If you want to grab our men's lifestyle supplement and male advantage ebook, all links are in the bio. Like, there's so many skinny guys in the world, right? I can't bulk, I just got a really high metabolism. Shut up. Just shut up. You're not eating enough. I'm eating all the time. Are you tracking those calories though? No, but I'm just eating all the time. So how do you know you're getting the right amount of calories? Right, okay, so this is a message to all guys who are trying to get in shape, who have been struggling. I know why you can't get in shape, okay? So these are the guys that are yo-yoing around. They've been the same weight for the last 5 years. They go to the gym every day, but they don't look any different. Maybe they get a tiny extra muscle boost, but they're like, I'm putting all this work in and I'm getting nowhere. Everybody else must be on steroids. I know what your problem is, okay? And it's not I need to train harder, I need to adapt this. How much do you lift? How do you train? What's your sets? It's not that, guys. It's the fact, it's not supplements and stuff like that. It's the fact that you're not tracking your calories, okay? And this is the biggest problem for men all across the world is, honestly, I get this on a daily basis. So many guys say to me, I want to get in shape, I want to bulk like you did, I want to cut like you did. I'm trying, but I'm just going nowhere. I'm lifting heavier weights, whatever. I've added an extra session a week. I'm sleeping an extra hour. I'm just not seeming to look too different. And I'm like, okay, so you're trying to bulk right now. Yeah. Are you tracking your calories? No, I'm not. No, I just don't really see the point. I'm like, what? Are you like, guy, go and track your calories for one day. Like, I promise you'll be shocked. They go and track their calories. They come back 24 hours later and they're like, I was 1,300 calories short per day of what I needed in order to bulk. Yeah, I know. Like, I knew that. I knew that's why you were struggling. Like, there's so many skinny guys in the world, right? I can't bulk, I just got a really high metabolism. Shut up. Just shut up. You're not eating enough. I'm eating all the time. Are you tracking those calories though? No, but I'm just eating all the time. So how do you know you're getting the right amount of calories? It's the stupidest thing in the world to say. You don't know. Until you're tracking those metrics, you have no idea what's going into your body and what's coming out. I train at the gym, I get home, I eat like a horse, and I just don't seem to gain weight. And then you track their calories and you realize they could be like 300 short of what they need to be in a calorie surplus. But that means that they're either in maintenance or a calorie deficit. So of course you're not going to gain weight. And it works in reverse too. You get guys that are a lot larger who... larger guys who are overweight, you should be lifting heavy weights, okay? If you're not lifting heavy weights, you're fucking up a gift. I've made a video on this about 2 years ago now, or maybe just over a year ago, on why fat guys are like in the perfect position to be in great shape. It's a gift, it's a benefit, okay? Multiple guys have done it. But guys who are overweight or guys who are trying to get shredded for summer or whatnot, if you're just going to the gym lifting weights and then you're going, I'm going to go on a run, I'm going to do some cardio, and then you're coming home and you're eating a ton of calories, and you'll go, I'm still hungry, I'm going to eat again. Do not expect to wake up in 3-4 months' time and have a six-pack. It's not going to happen because you're in a calorie surplus or maintenance. You're just going around in a circle. You're wasting your own time. That's what you're doing. You're wasting your own time. My bulk got serious, like serious. My kind of like body, my muscle gains got serious when I started tracking my calories. And I bulked and I tracked them. And I pay for the app every single month, £5, and it's worth its weight in gold. I can track my macros, my calories, whatever. And this is the thing when bulking as well. A lot of guys say, I'll just eat as much as I can. But if you're eating as much as you possibly can, you might be in a surplus of like 1,500 calories. Or you're going to gain a ton of fat. Your surplus doesn't need to be too big. Now, there's no way, unless you've been in the fitness industry like 20 years, of being able to know how much each calorie is and tracking it in your head and being able to figure that out. It just makes so much more sense. And especially if you've never bulked before, you just wouldn't have any idea, okay? It makes so much sense to track those calories, be in a surplus of about 500-600 calories. Yeah, you're still going to gain some fat, but you're going to gain, a lot of lean muscle here. As long as you're eating clean, you're going to look a lot better. So when you do cut, you've not got as much excess fat to cut off. And then when you are cutting, obviously you can go maintenance for like a month, just steady that weight if you would. And then you go into your calorie deficit and you can track that as well. And you can say, okay, I'm going to go 300, I'm going to up that to 4, then 5, then 6. off of your maintenance, and then your weight changes, etc. Like, you do it in gradual steps and you get the best possible results. Like, I bulked up from 80 kg to 98 kg and got up to like low 20% body fat, which I needed to do because it was my first bulk. Now that I'm cutting, I'm telling you guys, when you see my video in the next couple of weeks of what my body looks like now, you're going to go, wow, he's actually retained the majority of his muscle. Like, the last 2 months, it was hard because I was like 16, 15 and 14% body fat. And during those body fat percentages, you look the smallest you've ever looked, but you're still chubby, or you still don't look ripped. So it's like the weird middle ground where a lot of people go back and bulk. I kept going through that little path. And once you get into 13, 12, which I'm around about now, I was looking in the mirror and I was like, I'm just as big as I was before. I look very similar to how I was before. I look massive once I'm looking shredded. Like, my arms are looking big, my chest is looking bigger, my back's looking bigger, my legs are looking bigger. And it's like, okay, it's all paid off now. So the next time I bulk, I'm only going to go up to like 16% body fat. When I'm tracking those calories and I do it in a lean manner, I'm still going to be pretty shredded but massive. And then when I cut again, it's only a small percentage to do. And it's tracking your calories that will allow you to do that, guys. And tracking your macros. Like, for example, when I bulked, I wanted to go carb heavy. I was able to track that. Now that I'm cutting, I'm going protein heavy and I'm lowering my carbs by about half. I'm able to do that with this app. Okay, and I'll bring the app up on screen. I'll show you the one that I'm using. It's very good. This isn't an ad. They haven't paid me. I'd obviously have to tell you if I did. But, I mean, guys, if you're not tracking your calories, you're wasting your time. You're going to the gym. You're going on runs. You're doing sprints, whatever. You're eating clean. It pretty much means nothing if you're not tracking your calories. If you're not in a surplus, or you're in a deficit, whatever, you don't know where you're going. You've got to have an exact goal. Your diet's got to match that goal. And then I promise you will reach those targets, fitness targets that you want to get. If you're just in maintenance and you're lifting similar weights every single week, maybe once every year you increase the weight a little bit, you feel a little bit stronger, you're just going around in circles. You're not going to look any different. And I see so many guys that are like that. I was like that when I was young. I was going to the gym for like 4 or 5 years straight, not seeing any difference in my body, and kind of pretend, like, you look in the mirror, you're like, yeah, I look so much better. You don't. You're just maintaining what you've got. You're not getting any stronger. You're not getting any more shredded. You're kind of going to the gym and putting a ton of work in, looking in the mirror and looking really good, then going and eating loads of food and being in a maintenance or a surplus, and then waking up the next day and going, all my gains have gone. I just don't look as big. I've got a gym. Those guys on social media that are like me when I come out the gym and they're like pumped. And then the next picture is me 2 hours after the gym and they look like shit. That's because they're not tracking their calories. That's just happening every time. Like, I look good all the time now. That sounds very arrogant, doesn't it? But my body looks good all the time now because I'm in a calorie deficit. It's just it should be like linear. It should just be continually getting better. But a lot of people, like I always say, are yo-yoing. They're looking bigger, smaller, bigger, smaller, bigger, smaller. A little bit more lean, back to being podgy. A little bit more lean, back to being podgy. I used to have this with milk. Every time I got home from the gym, I'd down like a pint of milk because I thought, it's good for you. It bulks you up. Like, obviously it was years. This was like 10 years ago. And then I'd go, where's my six-pack gone? Like, I was just eating the wrong type of food. So I was just slamming these excess calorie dense foods into me when I was trying to cut and get lean and get a six-pack. I didn't know what I was doing. Track your calories. Your whole life will change. Your body will change overnight, okay? Whether you want to bulk, whether you want to cut, track your calories, figure out a way of doing it, have a decent surplus or a decent deficit. It's so easy, guys, when you track your calories. I promise you. If you want to grab our men's lifestyle supplement and Male Advantage ebook, all links are in the bio.